everybody, welcome back to the case of the Golden Idol. Now, I would like to try and fill out the seating plan, which I hadn't actually realised was even up in this corner until I came to edit the video and thought, oh, there it is, right in my face. And also the room plan. So, let's see first of all what we can glean from the table itself. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes sense. So let's see. What can we possibly nail down about the different people? Hold on. Is that a cigar? It is a partially smoked cigar. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go and pay a little bit more attention to the coat rack downstairs in a moment, because I think that might shed a little bit of light on there. But the only other thing that I can think of... Well, actually... The only two other things I can think of regarding placement around the dinner table is that Mary Richards here, it was noted on the note to the kitchen staff that she does not eat meat. So Mary Richards can only have been sitting here, here, or here. Now, we know that Peter Batley here specifically requested from Brian to be seated next to her. So... this placement doesn't have a fork. Are all the other forks present and correct? They are. Okay. So let's see. How does that translate? Oh, okay. So it turns clockwise 90 degrees on this little diagram. So Mr. Batley must have been here. Now, my theory is that Lothar Richards... was Richards, wasn't it? Yeah. Might have been the one sitting here because of the cigar. Let me see. Ooh, now what's in there? Partially empty glass of clear liquid. So here we have yellow liquid, red liquid, red liquid, red liquid. So hold on. We know from the cupboard in the kitchen that the red liquid looks like it was wine. Yellow liquid. Now, what have we got here? Amber liquid. The amber liquid was the... what was it now? Hold on. Let's have a look. No, not you. Excuse me, madam. The amber liquid was what? Brandy. Okay. Yellow liquid. Have we encountered any yellow liquid? There's water in stock, so it's likely that the clear liquid is water. What's the yellow liquid? I'm slightly confused. Okay. Let's examine the petticoat again. There wasn't anything of a huge amount of interest in Mary's coat, I don't think. Now, one of these did have overcoat and hat. Okay. Overcoat and hat. That looks kind of nefarious. So my money is on that one belonging to... oh, good grief. What's your name? Edmund. Edmund Cloudsley. And is this... See, that's... The hat kind of throws me on this one, because it kind of looks like sort of country bumpkin attire, from what I can tell. But it is next to Mary, so I'm guessing that could be Lothar's jacket. And Pip. Right, got a theory about him that I'll come back to. Pip had stolen one of the cigars, so I'm pretty sure that Lothar sat here, and I'm guessing... Ooh, what's this? I know who this is. A full glass of cloudy liquid, untouched. So I'm pretty certain this must be Mary, because this is Peter. So Mary Richards sat with the yellow glass. I've no idea what that yellow liquid could be. Why is that yellow? Okay. Also, partially empty glass of cloudy liquid. So somebody sitting here. Oh, hold on. Right. Theory brewing in my head noggin. So, anyway, let's go back down to here. I'm pretty sure this must be Lothar with the cigar. Lothar Richards. Which leaves just Edmund and Rose. So, Edmund, we know, had a note from his doctor, basically saying that you're to lay off the alcohol. Consider a glass of peptid tonic before eating. The peptid tonic is this grey, cloudy liquid. So... Oh, but they're two sealed bottles. 2 sealed bottles of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. So they've not been touched. But I believe that these glasses here are the peptic tonic. This must be Edmund because he's laying off the alcohol. He's just on the water. So Edmund Cloudsley sat at the head of the table. Also makes sense given the setting. So this must mean that Rose... Where you at, Rose? There you are. Rose Cubert was seated here. Marvellous. Now, notice that everybody's been drinking... Well, the 3 people have been drinking the wine. 3 people haven't died. But she's the only one to have gotten partway through her partially empty glass of cloudy liquid. Edmund hasn't touched his. So could there have been a poisoning in the peptic tonic? Now. Who had access to the safe? Brian had safe access. Interesting. Obviously, Edmund had safe access. I highly doubt he would have poisoned his sister and run the risk of forgetting that he put it in his own glass. So now. But did anybody have an empty bottle on them? I don't think I've seen an empty bottle anywhere, because surely this grey gunk must have come from somewhere, but the 2 bottles in the fridge are sealed. So is something hidden away somewhere? Okay, let's explore back in here again. Just take another quick look, see if anything stands out. These were letters binned. So the safe has the blue lock on it. Right, let's... I'd like to go back to the rooms here. I'd like to fill in a blank as well. So we know that David Goran resides in this room here. Actually, let's re-explore his belongings here, his stash. No, some very questionable items in his cupboard there, but nothing that relates to the crime, I don't think. But I'd like to look at this one. So, I don't think I've actually taken the time to count the rooms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms for staff, and we have 1, 2, 3, and then David Goran not present makes 4. But we've also got little Pip here. The light-fingered little rapscallion. I think he's the one that's residing in this nasty little attic room. So what did he have on him again? A small bottle filled with amber liquid. So he's been on the brandy by the looks of it. Pilfering some of that. Fancy handkerchief, pocket watch, right, fine. He's got the 2 copies of Monkey Man 1 and 2. But he also has these. Now I'm beginning to wonder if these are... Yeah, I think that's a blank, and this is a hastily fashioned copy of a key. So let's see, what has 1, 2 notches at the end, 2 towards the top, and then wider. Let's just examine the other keys that we have around. Doesn't match that one. She doesn't carry any keys. Brian doesn't match the safe key. Oh, it does match the liquor cupboard key. So Little Pip, who I completely forgot to actually put against the room assignment, Little Pip has his own key to the liquor cabinet? Okay. But as far as I can tell, it's only Brian and Edmund that have access to the safe where the peptic tonic is kept. Due to sensitivity, abstinent alcohol, class of peptic tonic. There's no note on how many bottles of peptic tonic were handed over to Edmund. And a bottle of opium. So I'm thinking this surely in some way must relate to the syringe that we found. Liquid left in it. Okay. So even if these bottles are sealed... Now, hold on, maybe I'm making an assumption here. Just because it says that the bottles are sealed, does that necessarily mean they've never been opened? They could just have been resealed after tipping some out. But they look full. I'm slightly baffled on that front. Let's just re-examine the kitchen here, make sure I've not missed anything. I wonder if there... Because we are missing 4 key words by the looks of it. Let's see. Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs. Yeah, David Goran's job. Fine, that's fine. Mrs. Smith. Oh, I need to re-examine the Mrs. Smith thing as well, don't I? To try and get my head around why the ages didn't seem, or the times of service didn't seem to match up. So, full and sealed bottles with red liquid labelled wine. A full and sealed bottle with amber liquid labelled brandy. That's fine, but I do feel like I'm still missing something. Was there... No, there's nowhere else to click there. Let's quickly have a whistle-stop tour back through the rooms here. So, Hortius the Wise Slave, fables about rulers that make you think. I think that this could be Brian's room.
Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day, mostly spent in preparation for today's dinner event. I do believe the time has come to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow.
Nothing clickable in there, so I've not missed anything on that front. Ink pot, candles, okay. Now, there was this little hatch. Seal pot labelled print paint. Now, that's clearly been opened, so I think when the game uses the term sealed, it means it's literally been capped. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's brand new and unopened. Now, parasites. Okay. So he did have potential thoughts of rebellion on the mind. Interesting. So let's see if I can assign the 2 ladies to these rooms. So this first room, this had all this love potion paraphernalia, didn't it? Twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact, hold it for as long as possible. Most cases, effect will be felt. Okay, so who was this lady targeting with her love potion? Interesting. And then we had the note. That was from Edmund saying that the staff member with the longest service gets the lowest room. Madame Roselle, laceless count. I think this has got to be Lucia's room. Seeing as she was so sheepish about throwing the book away. I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. So let's put her, Lucia Smith, as this room. Now, hold on, before I go any further, I just want to look at that note about... Mrs. Baker. Okay, I got the names confused. Yeah, Mrs. Baker is the one who's only been here for less than a year, so I think she's the top room. Ada Baker, which puts Brian Walker on the bottom. Excellent. So we've got this much established. Let's see if we can work out through the structure of the text here what we're after. Somebody wanted, well, presumably Rose Cubert dead. Although, actually, I'm going to hold off on that. Maybe Edmund was the target because they both had the peptic tonic. So somebody wanted someone dead, and thus somebody poisoned the... Well, it's got to be the tonic, surely. And hid the necessary key in a... Oh. Hid the necessary key. Well, hold on. So there's a key hidden somewhere. Hid the necessary key in a... Oh, hello. I'm not... there we go. I didn't realise I could click on that. Probably would help if I had the flashies turned off. But anyway, right. So, there's the mysterious yellow liquid. So we have the water. An opaque bottle labelled water. We have a salad bowl. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be clickable. We have the brandy. A half-full carafe of amber liquid labelled brandy. That's the amber liquid. A half-full bottle of red liquid labelled wine. That's the wine. Now the yellow stuff. Lemonade. Oh, bless her. Mary's on the lemonade. An almost full carafe of yellow liquid containing lemons. Oh, there were lemons in the pantry, weren't there? Was there sugar down there as well? Okay. And peptic tonic. Half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid labelled peptic tonic. And a roast. So that is the roast being served. We're still one short. We're still one short. Can I... Oh, man. I'm guessing the one item short is going to be the place where the key was hidden. Okay, I think I am going to just go around and have one little look around the house with the blinky blues turned on, because I'm clearly missing a thing. Now, what around here have I not clicked? Ah, now, we never fully explored the secret codes thing, did we? And there was a note in Ava's room to remember to take the 4th one from every row, which feels like it fits that, that code. Okay, nothing more there. So, Ideal Republic, that's fine. General reading materials. Such trivial ciphers. Consider simple cipher. Okay. Reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice. So it feels like there's something around that follows that kind of theme, but taking the 4th word from each row. Star Child. But then I don't know that we've actually picked up a note with enough words to actually carry that out. Let me see. Can't read laceless count. Right, let's try on this one. So 4th. Change member longest. I'm not sure I like where this is going. Do nonsense. No, this all seems present and correct. So it's not that. Right. Well, that doesn't work. That doesn't work on this note. And also, Ava doesn't have access to this, presumably. What does Ava have access to? Let's work it out. Right. The 4th one. So, oh, hold on. Wait, wasn't there a note about Ava's... Oh. Oh, it was Lucia's husband. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm confusing myself here. Oh, Ava had a note on her, didn't she? There we go. Right. The 4th. Use... Oh! Use substance to remove target. Oh, my days. Oh! Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Oh, no. Ada is an agent of the Dark Hand. Oh no, we saw that mentioned, didn't we? Was it this one? Yeah, here we go. Edmund Cloudsley. Once more, you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to justice. Last chance for repentance, servant. Serpent. You will unleash one of our stewards upon you. Ooh. Ooh. So now then. We still didn't find a hiding place for a key, did we? Let's have a look. Have I missed anything in this room? It's just Pip, the vase. Okay, so it's not there. The door to the outside, not locked. Right. I feel like we have explored all of the... Oh, hold on. Oh, no, that's just the area. Oh, hello! You cheeky beastie. I completely missed this. So again, that's right outside Ada's window. So she tied something with string to the roof and tried to hide it behind the ivy here? Well, did successfully hide it behind the ivy, because I only found it when I turned on the flashy things. Oh, interesting. So she's the one that's been cutting keys? Well, Little Pip had one of these, but we know that Little Pip is a thief, so he may have stole it from her. So just 2 notches like that. Let's have a look. Who had... No. The safe. So Ada had cut herself a key to the safe, stashed it away in the bag outside. She'd only been working here for less than a year as well, so she was planted in there by... Clearly, Edmund had begun to displease the... Where are they? The Brotherhood of... Wait, hold on. The Dark Hand. Wait, am I getting myself mixed up here? The Final Vanguard. Wait, have I completely tripped myself up? Dark Hand Steward. Okay, so the Brotherhood of Masks have the Dark Hand symbol, so they must refer to themselves as the Dark Hand, I guess. But yes, so he'd obviously got himself in hot water for a long while with the Brotherhood of Masks. They had enough, planted Ada in as one of his staff, and bided their time. And when he still didn't come through for them, she snuck in, poisoned a bottle of the peptic tonic, which was then served up to both Edmund and Rose, but only Rose took a gulp. She ended up... Oh, right. Okay, fine. No need to explain. I don't know why I'm over-explaining this. Right, so... So the... now, which way do we play this? Because either Ada Baker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, or the Dark Hand Steward wanted Edmund dead. Let's go with Dark Hand Steward. Wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. And thus, oh yeah, we've got a second name slot here. And thus, Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. At the dinner party, Rose Cubert ingested the poison and sadly expired. Bloody beautiful. Scroll has been fulfilled, no hints accessed. Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Dark Hand Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning. Oh, of course! Her instruction was to go through all rooms. She had access to the whole house. Oh dear, Edmund, you silly sausage. While cleaning, made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. She used a syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Nice. Okay. So, onwards. What in the world do we have here? This looks like someone being knocked back by a huge gust of wind whilst being attacked by a guard dog. The explosive events in the forest cabin. Oh no. Well, this looks quaint. Oh, this is nice. No, I'll stick with this, thanks. Looks very much like all is well here. My work is done. Okay, we have the Birkham Workhouse carriage with a spade and a bag. What have we here? A box of confectionery. Seems an unusual thing to be on a carriage from a workhouse. Ooh, okay. Right, a sheet. It looks like a printed sheet with images of several hats. Unusual. Looks like all of them have some common sort of motif with either petals or leaves. Okay, we'll come back to that, I'm sure. Henchman for hire in Timberbrook region. Billy Cracker, Oakwood Gang. Brawler, Robber. Hardy Abe, Birkham Workhouse. Hello. Brawler, has a cart. So, I'm guessing Hardy Abe is probably going to be present somewhere. Little Billy, Hobbs Gang Burglar. Hold on, why did Billy not... Like... Oh, Billy's already... Oh, because we already have a Billy. Okay. Hobbs Gang Burglar enters through chimneys. Jack Nails, Timberbrook Inn. Burglar, Picklock. So, right. So we've got a who's who, a hiring sheet for Ned Wells. Hello, Oss. Okay, I think we're good now. I kind of don't want to, but I think we should go in. Oh, hello. What's Lucia doing here? And Little Pip? What? Hold on. Oh, my days. What's happened here? So, this is some far-off cat... Wait, was there a date on that book? I don't think there was. No, so we don't know when this is. I'd imagine seeing as it's in the same chapter, it's around the same timeline. Right, so we've got a lot going on here, and we've got another room that we can explore. I'm not sure I want to. I think things could get a little bit fruity in there. So let's see. Right from the off, we have what looks like a dead person. Over a scarecrow? A scarecrow in a wooden coffin. So this guy was, what, opening... Oh, hold on, is that a thing down there? Can confirm, not a thing. Was opening the coffin to find something. I doubt they were looking for a scarecrow. Oh shit! It's David Goran! Oh no! Oh, he been big bashed on the head. Man is breathing, but appears to have lost consciousness. I'm hardly surprised. So he's come with his pistol. Loaded pistol. Many monies. Little key. That's his room key back at Edmund's house. Let's see. One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I'll arrange for a cart and move the corpse if you send me directions. And be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I'll arrange for a cart to move the corpse if you send me directions. So, the person that seems to have expired was obviously of some interest to Edmund Cloudsley. David Goran caught wind of this. And what? Wrote to... I don't think this is a letter to Edmund. Looks like this might be maybe a letter to one of the workhouse workers, maybe? Anyway, they wanted that body for one reason or another. Here we go. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Not that I do not want it to decayed. Oh, sorry. Note that I do not want it to decayed. The more recently it had died, the better. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like the connotations of that. So the last time that we saw Edmund writing to David, it was telling him to just carry on about his business, keep up the ruse of just being a stable boy, whilst he performs more experiments with the idol. Is Edmund now collecting dead bodies to perform more experiments? I don't like the way that's going. But why is he being smacked over the back of the head? So was there something going on here already? And is this like a highwayman or something? He just came stomping in and got himself involved. Ooh, he's got a flowery hat. Hold on. Looks very similar to this bottom right hat here. Now, how many names were here? 1, 2, 3, 4. But 6 hats. Okay, I didn't know if the names in the book maybe match the hats and we might be able to identify him, but we'll leave it for now. So what's Lucia doing here? Ah, by the gods, what was that? Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber Walter Keane, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passengers of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, and then left. The scandalous cad. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous gentleman, who has... I love that he's a robber and a thief and a criminal, and they still address him as a gentleman, who, as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. The reward for catching Walter Keane has been increased to £100. So this was September 15th, 1788. So we're now a few months past the dinner party and the death of Rose Cubert. So is this our man Walter Keane? I'm guessing so. I haven't examined him yet, so I can't name him. But yeah, I'm thinking that's probably Walter Keane. By the gods, what was that? So there was mention of an explosion, so I think something's just gone off in this room. Little Pip's cowering over here. Go, Coin, go! Is that the dog? Is the dog named... Oh my god, the dog looks deranged. The dog looks rabid. Grrr. Okay, so I guess this is Coin the dog. We have anything there? No, little notice. Oh, interestingly, it looks like this place is owned by Edmund. Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Mr. David Goran, you are in charge of all security and arms. Miss Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it is presented to me. Oh dear. Little Pip, you are in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. Ah! Edmund Cloudsley. So, a doubloon. A doubloon is a very old form of coin, so I wonder if this is golden doubloon. Can I name... Oh, I can name the dog. So I'm thinking that is probably golden doubloon. What was the other name? Black Bestia. Is there another dog around? Okay, I think that's everything that I can interact with here, apart from our gentleman, who seems to be caught quite off guard. Oh! Ooh, a ring with a ruby. Is he... also a member of the, what are they called? The Proud Beast Club? A loaded pistol. Wrapped piece of confectionery, the same as was seen on the cart. And a sword. Oh. Interestingly, we're getting verbs off of the weapon. So the gun on David Goran gave us shot, and this sword gave us stabbed. Interesting. Right, we can also name Mr. Goran here with the rather scary-looking head wound. So, what is going on in this next room? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ooh, the idol's present. Interesting. What the hell's going on here? So something has just exploded. Looks like some sort of golden jar or something. Shard of a vase. I don't know why I said that like that. Shard of a vase. But of course, I'll pretend I didn't just see that. What? Is this Edmund? Why is he bald? This is Edmund, isn't it? I mean, just going... Obviously, his dressing gown is monogrammed. Let's not brush over that. But yeah, look, judging by the shape of his face, it looks like that's Edmund, minus glasses and hair this time. Okay. What's with the book? With all the... Oh, wow, hello. With all of the bookmarks. Vase. Oh, hello. Is this... Oh, I wonder if this is his research on the idol. Are these the different... Are there different mode settings you can put the idol into? Vacuum. Vacuum version 1, vacuum version 2. Right, vacuum version 1. This simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel... disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. Vacuum version 2. Attempted with this input, and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously still did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. So you can configure the idol to do different things. Well, one that we've seen before is presumably this one, the fireball, spontaneous combustion. Here we go. Yeah, that's the configuration when what's his name? Willard White or whatever his name was using it. But you have to cast freezing first. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust a target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed hooky with a dot before it. Freezing. Starts with hooky with a dot. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, when I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards flew everywhere. So, I will come back to this in a second, but I'm wondering, were these guys associates? Oh, it did say, didn't it? Where was the report? So Walter Keane with a number of unnamed associates. So he always rocks up to his little robberies with unnamed associates. So I wonder if he came to steal the idol. Edmund went scurrying off. Oh, so he came in. David Goran is security and was here handling a corpse from a workhouse, which I think was completely unrelated to this. This guy came in, smacked him around the back of the head with the butt of his weapon, I'm guessing. In fact, has that got any blood on it? No, it hasn't. Stomped past these two, and his associates went to go and grab the idol. Maybe they pulled the trigger, which caused this vase of water to freeze and then explode, sending them flying. That would match. Must be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle explodes and glass shards flew everywhere. Right, what's this? Gold filtering. Okay. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. But perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. Okay, first step, get gold by aiming at the target. Second step, aim at an empty vessel to retrieve it. Oh. So it, kind of transmutes it into the idol and then back out into a container? Unknown effect 14. If the implications of this are what I surmise, this could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent. So that's what he was rooting for the body for. And he brought it back here, and then realized it was a scarecrow for some reason. What was he actually playing around with? What's unknown effect 14? And over here, safety notice. Upon pulling the trigger, this is the gemstone in the front of it changing color. If the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If its eye is red, it is ready for hooky input, and it will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform hooky with a dot input, and it will turn red afterwards. So it's a state. It switches states. Okay, interesting. So who have we here? So he has a set of keys. Oh, a set of lockpicks. Very similar to David Goran's lockpicks. A saw and a loaded pistol. WK, so I think this is our fella out here. Who is that? Walter Keane. I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, at the Timberbrook Inn, and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. Right. And his other associate, with his teeth knocked out by the looks of it, carries a club. Right. Oh, I wonder if it was him that knocked David Goran out. We're missing one... here we go. Hello. A rotten apple and a green... Where is it? Where is it? I bet that's unknown effect 14. I bet it can restore living things back to their pristine state. Was he looking to reanimate a body? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Right, we're missing one little clue somewhere. Let me see if I can... Oh, hold on. No, we got that shard of vase. Fine. Was there anything else around here? I don't think there was. Looks like they... Oh. Right, yeah, they smashed their way in. That makes sense. We've got little fragments of wood down here by the looks of it. Yeah, broke the lock. That's fine. What have I missed? Any clues? Os? Birkham Workhouse. I really want to find this last clue if I can. But let's see what we can piece together so far. So, we have Lucia Smith. We have the famous Pip Little. This fellow, I believe to be Walter Keane. Oh, we can name these? Okay. We also have Edmund Cloudsley. So these two... Oh, these are the effects. These are the effects on the... from the idol. Why are they blue and yellow? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you can fit either. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see now. So we have other names from the Book of Miscreants here. So let's see if we can figure out who's who. Billy Cracker, Hardy Abe, Little Billy, Jack Nails. So, what did they have upon their persons? So this fella up in the air had saws and a lockpick. Yeah, I think the last one on that book was described as a picklock. And then this guy has a club. So, burglar and picklock feels very much like that's going to be Jack Nails, who was at the top of the screen. And is it maybe Billy Cracker that was flying off to the left? Brawler and robber? Oh, no, it's going to be Hardy Abe. He's a brawler, so hence he's got the club. And he's from Birkham Workhouse, which is paid... Yeah, okay, that was obvious. That was a bad miss. So we have Hardy Abe and Jack Nails. So, Hardy Abe and Flying Jack Nails. Wonderful. So now, what do we do about this? We're going to have to piece this together from Mr. Cloudsley's field notes. So, that hook symbol and the hook symbol with the dot, they were dependent on the eye state. I know what I haven't clicked on. I haven't actually clicked on the idol. Silly boy. So, 16. A small weight is tied to a pulled-down lever at the back of the idol. So it's got the hook, and it's got the squares with the top and bottom. Annoyingly, I'm not getting a clue off of this. So I think that that is going to be... If its eye is red, it's ready for that input. So I think it's going to be the... Blimey, where was it now? Vacuum? Wasn't vacuum. Here we go. No, it's not the right symbols. What do we have again? Just the hook, no dot. And the squares. What was cast? No. 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 Ah, here we go. Hook with no dot and the squares. So, looks like it was casting vacuum. So was Edmund experimenting with vacuum, I guess? But Vacuum V2 attempted this, definite improvement, decreased the amount of air, curiously still did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. But the input on the back of the idol had the hook without the dot. So was it used when it was in the wrong state? So it's got the blue gemstone at the moment. If the eye is blue, you can only perform hook with dot inputs, and it turns red afterwards. Okay, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If the eye is red, ready for input. So what actually happens if it's in the wrong state then? Right, I'm going to just turn on the Spinkly Sparklies just to see if I can spot anything that I've not actually interacted. Oh, hello. Wait. Is his arm coming off? Oh, as... Good job I did turn that on. I'd have been here all week trying to look for that. So what's that? Nails. It's a nails tattoo. So that was a clue to his identity. Not directly useful in what we're doing, though. Is there anything else here that I've missed? No, I don't think so. Corpse, yep, got that. Fine. Anything I missed on here? Little Pip, Golden Doubloon, Black Bestia, Edmund Cloudsley, David Goran. Fine. Crazed Mongrel. Lucia? Is there anything on here? Yeah, already got that. Anything I missed outside? Don't think there was, because it was just the baggie. I'm still not entirely sure what the significance of the hats are, but... was there anything else? No, there was not. What did I miss? Air. Got that. Oh, gold. Ah, there we go. You are gold. So... unsure about those. It's something to do with the state of the actual state of the idol and what it's prepared to actually accept as the next command. This one is vacuum. So where is... Wait, do we have vacuum? Heat, increased, exploded, coffin, air. Stabbed, clubbed, maybe air? Oh, wait, that's the gold one. That's air. This is gold. This one and that one. Oh, those two were used when the spontaneous combustion trick was used, wasn't it? Let's see. So, yeah, both used for spontaneous combustion and freezing. Oh, confusing. So they're kind of universal. Spontaneous combustion and freezing? Increased shock, exploded, decreased air, bars, matter, water. I'm slightly confused. I don't feel like I'm using these glyph slots correctly. Let's take a look through the actual chain of events. So someone needed a something Someone, along with accomplices... Oh, that's going to be Walter Keane. Ah, okay. Got it. Where are you at? Edmund Cloudsley needed a body. Corpse. Needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a... delivered a coffin. Oh, so they rocked up from the workhouse. Right, gotcha. Oh, it was all a ruse. I got it. So it was all a ruse. He delivered a coffin from the workhouse, but really it was just to get them in through the door because the door was barred and the bar was open on the main door. Okay. Delivered a coffin. Upon entering, someone suddenly... okay. So I think this is David Goran getting a whacking. So Hardy Abe suddenly... clubbed David Goran. Meanwhile, something, the amount of something in a sealed something. Okay. Meanwhile, well, I think it must be Jack Nails. Jack Nails. Decreased the amount of air in a sealed vase. When someone entered the room, the vase exploded and killed them both. So that's got to be the two accomplices. When Jack Nails and Hardy Abe... Oh, hold on. I've got the name wrong up there. I realised what I've done. Hardy Abe. So this is... where are you, Edmund Cloudsley? Edmund Cloudsley. Oh, so close. Edmund Cloudsley decreased the amount of air in a sealed vase. Maybe it was increased, but I don't really want to slot that in there blindly without understanding why. So let's take another look at the settings again. So it looks like... Right, got you. So it looks like Edmund had set these settings in the idol, pulled it down with a weight, jumped into the box knowing that they'd be coming in soon, and timed it to perfection by the looks of it. So the hook and the boxes. So, not that one. Hook and the boxes. Vacuum 2. Decrease the amount of air. Curiously, still not create a complete vacuum. Right, so I don't think the hooky and the hooky with the dot actually have any relation to the effect. It's literally you've got to remember to choose the right setting on the top glyph to make sure that it's in the right state, depending on if the jewel is blue or red. I feel like this is probably correct, so maybe 2 or fewer slots. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. Upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed David Goran. Maybe it wasn't Hardy Abe. Shot, increased, stabbed, clubbed. I think he was definitely clubbed, given the actual wound on his head. This guy doesn't have any clubbing implements. I think it's got to be Hardy Abe. Suddenly clubbed David Goran. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley decreased the air in the vase. When Jack Nails and Hardy Abe entered the room, the vase exploded and killed them both. Is it definitely exploded? Yeah, it's got to be. So maybe increased? Oh, it is increased. I'm not sure I entirely follow that. But okay. I mean, I was almost there. I don't feel like I've fudged that too much. To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. I gotta hand it to him. I don't particularly like the guy, but that was bloody smart. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. If you would like to leave a like or care to leave a comment, put those in the usual spots down below. And yeah, don't forget to hit subscribe as well so you know when the next episode of The Case of the Golden Idol is live. Oh, we've got a whole new chapter to move on to next time. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.